Hey guys, it's Kelsey here, and today I want to do a book review with you. I just finished China Dolls by Lisa See, and I don't know if you've ever heard of her. She's got a lot of big hits. Shanghai Girls, Dreams of Joy, let's see, Snowflower and the Secret Fan. Those are some of her most famous books, and all of her books that I've read are historical, and they're also about Chinese or Chinese Americans. And so far, I've loved every single book of hers that I've read. This one was no exception. It was fantastic. Obviously, you guys know from watching these book review videos, I love a good historical fiction. But one thing that I really, really love, and I don't know why I'm so obsessed with it, but I really love like Chinese or Japanese American stories. And there are some set in Hawaii and California. That seems to be where most of them are written that I've read. But I'm just like fascinated by the culture and the people and the time and the circumstances and events. So this book was really, really good. It centers on three girls, Helen, Ruby, and Grace. And they've all got very different stories, but they're all Asian American. So one of the girls is Japanese and the others are Chinese, and the book is filled with people from all different cultures, and it's set during World War II. So obviously if you know about World War II, you know that when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, there was all sorts of resentment, and the Japanese people were sent to internment camps. And so obviously this was a huge issue in California, where there was a large Chinese and Japanese community. I mean, in the book, they even talk a little bit in this book, but I've read more in other books. The Chinese people would wear buttons that said, "I am Chinese," because there was such a fear that the white people would put you in an internment camp because they couldn't tell the difference between Japanese and Chinese. I can't even imagine the fear that would have gone through me at that time, being Japanese or Chinese, especially whenever these people are like Americans. They were born in America. So anyway, that's like the setting of the story. So there's the three girls, and they meet right at the beginning of the book pretty much, and they're trying out to be dancers in one of the new clubs in Chinatown in San Francisco. And so that's kind of where it starts out. They're trying to get jobs, they're dancers, one of the girls is from a small city in the Midwest, and she's gone out to San Francisco, and she's experiencing racism on a larger scale for the first time. And it was just a really interesting mix of characters. I felt like the author wrote every single character very differently. I loved the story as a whole. I loved the time period. I mean, she's written in this time period before with the same culture, so obviously she's kind of an expert on it at this point, and I think she's just written it fantastically. This, once again, was a big hit. Let's see, it goes, you see a little bit of travel across the United States, so I just feel like she's written the time period very well from all the different points of view that she had. You learn a little bit about internment camps and about being gay, which I don't know why I seem to be reading a lot of books lately where a character is like secretly gay in a time period where it's very, very unacceptable. So let's see, what else do I want to tell you guys about this book? I don't know, it was just amazing. Just so well written. Like I said, the characters were really well fleshed out, and the betrayal between the three main characters like astonished me, because I thought going into the book that they were going to be like bosom buddies and best friends and sticking together for all time, but there was like some backstabbing and betrayal between like these three and between their like larger community as a whole in like the showbiz industry. And so obviously show business is like a hard business to be in, and to take your chance, or to get your chance, you kind of got to take it sometimes. But some of the backstabbing and the like the betrayal and the hurt and the lies, it kind of surprised me. But I think it was well done for the time, and I think it was realistic. And I thought it was really interesting, like the highs and lows that the girls went through, like trying to get parts and losing jobs and the economy. And of course, there were some soldiers mixed in. So there was like some boys and romance, and obviously whenever Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, they were like really close being in California. So there's that fear. I mean, this book just had so much going on for it between both the three characters and the time, that it's just full of excitement and full of like plot twists and plots, like mini plots. So if you're looking for a good book, China Dolls by Lisa See, I would highly recommend. And really anything by Lisa See is at the top of my list. Or if you're looking for another good author from that time period, I also really like Jamie Ford. I read his book Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet. Excellent. And there was also an author called Alan Brenner, and he wrote the book Molokai and Palisades Park, and I think one other one, and they were all excellent books. So if you like Lisa See, or if you like this book after you read it, and you discover that you like it, those are some good authors that I would recommend, and some good similar styles. If you have anything that you think is similar to China Dolls, let me know, because like I said, I'm obsessed with this time period and this culture. So anything that you guys can recommend, I would love to hear about it. If you read China Dolls, let me know what you think about it, because I'd love to hear what you have to say and we can discuss it. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you have a great day.